Hello, good morning, well, good afternoon, I guess. Um, I appreciate you all being here, and I just wanted to say once again how proud I am of all these little guys and gals. They've honestly changed my life. I mean, you talk about transformation, and it's because of them that I've probably had one of the biggest transformations of my life over the last 6 months. So extremely grateful for that. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Daniel. I'm 22 years old. I've been attending the community since September, and actively a part for, I'd say, about 4 or 5 months. My first experience was actually not the best, believe it or not. My father brought me here about a year or so ago to a candlelight service, and I was pulled back. And I'm sure there's people in the room that have felt the same way. It's different, but it's different because it has room to be extremely comfortable. It has room to provide growth. Growth and transformation in most cases is not comfortable. It's not. I mean, you think about it. I mean, I watched this great video of the lobster, the deep sea lobster. That when it grows and it has to break out of that shell, that hurts. You're trying to take off all that stuff, and then you become vulnerable. You pull back, you go hide underneath a rock until that shell regenerates and you get your tough, hard skin back. Before I go too deep, I just really want to take a second with you guys. I was hesitant to say it this morning, but I'm sure that you've all heard about the tragedy that happened with the young hockey players, and there was people in that bus that were very close to some of us. So just take a second and just acknowledge that and send some love out that way. There they go. So I was always told growing up by my dad that we're put on this life to serve. We're put on this earth to serve. And that's something that, if you've heard me talk before, if you follow me on social media, I'm huge on awareness. Wasn't always, but you have two different types. You can know something. I'm sure everybody in this room knows something. 400 billion bits of information pass through our eyes at every second. We're only aware of 2,000. Wow, right? So to become aware of something is powerful. So I was told this for years and years and years, but I didn't become aware of it until about 4 or 5 years ago. And that was when a shift started to happening, but also a huge downfall in my life went on. I mean, if you would have looked at me 4 years ago, you would have called me a punk, you might have called the police, you might have gone and done whatever, right? I was not in a good place. I was not in a good place, and despite everything that my parents did, everything, they provided a perfect household in my books. But I just kept on taking the wrong path. And I guess that's what calls me back to this, is because to be here and to be in front of these little ones, you are little compared to me, I'm sorry, I'm a monster. But to be here, it provides me that opportunity to transform. It provides me that opportunity to give them a space that they can grow and that they can be provided with those right paths to transform properly. I mean, just think about that. Transformation can be found in everything that we do. It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be your right action, it can be your wrong action. No matter what you were doing in life, every single day you were causing a transformation in yourself and with somebody else. So with that being said, how many of you have created transformation in somebody's life or within your own life? Everybody's hand should be up, just to let you know. That was a trick question. But it's true. Like, your misguided direction could cause somebody to become stronger. That man back there became 10 times stronger because he had to put up with my shenanigans. Right? Seriously. And now he goes ahead and provides a service to this community that I stand behind 100%. And you know, my light can provide transformation to other people as well. And we need to understand that I had the amazing opportunity of speaking in front of 200 youth in Michigan in September on the topic of mental health. And it's something that I struggled with for a long time. Depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, everything that you could have imagined. And when I got up on that stage in front of these youth, just by sharing your path, by bringing out your authentic self. You've heard Alicia talk about that. You've heard the teens talk about that. Like, we are here to be authentic in everything that we do. And when we do that, when we become transparent, I was supposed to write 4 pages, okay? I photocopied the first page 3 times. I'm a procrastinator. You look at this right now, it's point form. That's how I operate. I want to be transparent with you guys, and I want to take the knowledge that I've developed over like 22 years, I'm sorry, I'm a little young, but, and bring it to you guys, right? So when I got up on there, it was literally like lights shone in all these kids' life, because they understood that, you know, what they're doing right now is not necessarily wrong. Okay, they're living life, they're going through experiences. You know, we're living life, we are going through experiences, we are creating transformation within ourselves, and the breaking point, the snapping point that's going to go ahead and put you above everything is going to be when you become aware of what's happening, when you dig down and you realize that it's okay to be open. It's okay to not smile every day. We talk about 2 things before we start the teen group every single morning. What was the highlight of your week? What was the low light of your week? That is beautiful, because you understand and you get to appreciate and be excited for the amazing things. Like, shout out to Graham, the kid just got his learners. Woo! So that's awesome. But then you have people that come into this group and they're having a terrible week. And you just get to open your eyes just a little bit more and say, you know, we still love you, right? You're still loved, you're still accepted. So wear your true colors. Seriously do. I went way off, so we're just going to scroll down here a little bit more. But, you know, as a community with the center, we're presented with opportunities to transform our lives and those around us, but also to create an impact. We must first be willing to transform ourselves, right? And that comes through that awareness and that openness to becoming true to us. So, a big thing as I wrap up, there's contrast to life. There's black, there's white, there's good, there's bad. Embrace the positive, ride it all the way up like that roller coaster, and when it goes down, throw your hands up and go, woo! And just let it happen, right? Because without the negative, we wouldn't know what positive is, right? If people wish for world peace and for all this stuff to stop, you know, if there was world peace, I think we'd be gray. That's it. We would be gray. Like, sure, we can go ahead and bring more light to the world, but there will always be something that poses a negative. So understand that going forward, that, you know, whatever positivity, whatever negativity, whatever lightness, whatever darkness you bring, you are creating a transformation in somebody's life that is going to carry them forward. I'm going to end with this. Understand that you are powerful, you are strong, you are beautiful, you are grace. Wake into every day knowing that you have the ability to bring out transformation and truly become the change you wish to see in this world. Thank you very much.